No, not wanted to. Which war did he stop?
No, he was in negotiations. Stop. Okay, and you're saying that you're in favor of the way in which Biden took us
I don't
out
know.
of?
I don't know any war that's ended well.
Well,
with no
especially
casualties, no
Afghanistan did not end well.
Okay.
Particularly
But
Afghanistan.
Ed was
World War
talking
II
about wars
World
he
War-
ended.
World War
Trump
II
didn't end. Trump didn't end any wars.
Let's talk about what is your political.
So do you wait?
No,
do you
I'll ask
do
you
you
a question,
do you?
sir.
I'm progressive,
What is your name?
and I'm open. But do
Okay.
you prefer journalists that stand as robots and don't challenge
No,
at all?
no.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I do.
You do prefer.
No, I don't prefer. I do prefer journalists to challenge. And you know what? Most of them don't these days, which is exactly why we are in the position we're in.
So what do
Okay?
you think about the documents? You
What
don't
do I
think
think
it's a big
about First of all, he said that he declassified all the documents.
deal? Do you follow Harry Potter? Do you think you could just wave a Harry Potter wand and declassify documents when you're a former president?
No,
Because that's what he's
While
saying.
he did-
While he's
and you know, first of all,
But
let me ask
what does that
you a
mean?
question.
I'm
Let
asking
me
you,
ask
what's that
a
mean?
He
is
has
on,
the
but he's
prerogative.
on tape.
Can I
he's
finish?
on, but
Can
he's
I
on
finish
audio
the
tape
sentence?
saying he didn't declassify them.
When did that tape take place? Was it before
2021,
or after?
after
Okay.
he was president.
Pardon me?
It happened in July 2021. He
Okay.
was on tape at Bedminster saying,
But
I
he
wish I could
also-
show you this, but it's classified.
But he also said that he declassified them all upon leaving office. Yes, he did. Absolutely. There's no question about that.
I
so
could
let
say
me,
I have a six-pack. That doesn't mean it's
So,
true. In July
let me-
20, no, wait. In July 2021, there is audio. This is in the indictment.
I know.
He could defend himself.
I know.
There's audio of him saying, holding a classified document, saying, "I want to show you this, but it's classified. I should have declassified it, but I can't now." So
Maybe
how
he
is
did,
that?
Maybe he didn't.
Okay.
You know, how do you know that that's the
You
truth
just
or
said
not?
he
How do
declassified
you, well, I am of the belief that he declassified every one of the documents prior to his leaving office.
Okay.
That is my belief. Okay. I have no
Is that
comment.
because you support him, or
No,
'Cause
it's
it
because
seems-
I believe what he says. Okay, so now I can't speak to that particular segment of
Him on
audio.
tape. Yeah, yeah.
I can't speak to that.
That's
okay?
fine.
I really can't. But what I can do is I can speak to the fact that I do believe in this man.
Okay.
And I do believe that he would never do anything to jeopardize the United States of America. Okay? Not in retaliation for anyone, okay? Not in defense of himself. I believe that he is 100% for the United States of America. Okay?
I just want to read you something, get your response. So, Republican Congressman Don Bacon of Nebraska,
Don't know him.
he said, "I think it's obvious what the president did was wrong. We just have to be honest. I just think the emperor has no clothes." And we need to have some Republicans stand up and say that, because come around after the primary, I guarantee you the other party is going to be saying it. He also defended the FBI, saying, "I think Republicans have always stood on the rule of law. We can't walk away from that." Put Trump aside. Wait. Put Trump aside for a second. Do you think, because when I grew up, the Republican Party was very focused on national defense, a strong military.
How old are you?
36.
Okay, I'm 70 years old, by the way. Okay?
That's fine.
So
But
I've
I was
seen
just
a lot
asking
more
you.
than you have.
I'm sure, yeah. But I
Okay?
was just asking you, do you have a problem in general if a former president had, outside of secure locations, because these are supposed to be in secure locations, any defense programs, any nuclear information, particularly if people are coming and going?
Okay, what about Clinton's sock drawer?
I think she should be indicted. I've said that all along.
Bill Clinton.
What about it?
He had secure documents in his sock drawer, okay? And he had, what's his name, take secure documents out of a briefing room in his socks. What was the fellow's name? I don't remember the name. Yeah, that's exactly. He stuffed them in his socks and walked out the door. Okay, let me ask you this. What about the warehouses that were purchased for supposedly secure military and strategic documents for Obama, for Bush, for Clinton, for any former president? Why did all those documents happen to land in Mar-a-Lago? Please tell me that.
What do you mean those documents?
The documents, all the documents.
From Obama?
No, from Trump's administration. Why did they go to Mar-a-Lago? Why wasn't?
He told his people to move them there. That's why.
I don't know whether he told them or not. Why weren't they moved to a secure warehouse like the other former
You
president?
have to ask the president, former president.
See, I find that very unusual.
Okay.
I find that very unusual.
But let me ask you, put aside the documents for a second. The indictment itself says that he told his lawyer to lie to the DOJ.
You know what? I didn't read the indictment.
Okay.
I didn't read the 37 count.
So you're just defending him without reading the indictment or knowing anything about it?
You know what? Yeah.
Okay, at least you're being honest.
Yeah, I'm being very honest.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I have followed every single minute detail of Trump's presidency from the beginning to the end, to the travesty of January 6th, okay, to right now. And I'm up to here with the bullshit, okay? I'm so sick. I'm a 70-year-old woman. I'm so sick of the lies and the obfuscation and the infighting and the demonization of good people. Look around you. What is your name?
Jordan.
Jordan. Look around you, Jordan.
I'm not demonizing these people.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Look around you. These are the people, okay, that are Trump supporters. These are the people that Hillary Clinton called deplorables, okay? These are the salt of the earth. These are the people that are in their 60s, in their 70s, in their 80s, who have retired, who have worked all their lives to have a sane, secure future in the United States, and you're seeing it go all down the toilet.
Tell me about that.
Okay.
Why do you think it's been so bad under Biden? Because of inflation and things like that?
Because Biden is a tool. Biden is simply a figurehead, a tool that is being used. His whole administration is a tool. They're all plants, okay? There's a greater
Plans for who?
there's a greater story that's going on here, okay? And if you, as a 30-something-year-old young man, cannot see
Tell me about it. What's
what is
going on?
happening to the United States.
So what's the greater thing going on? You said plants, so that would mean there are plants for someone.
I believe, frankly, that there is there are things in place right now to bring this country down to its knees.
You're talking about inside the government, like
Everything, the economy, everything. Okay, and you have
So
to. And
you think the current government's intentionally trying to hurt the people and bring down the country?
Let me ask you something.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to answer this with a question.
I'm ready.
What do you think about the border?
I think the border needs work, for sure.
Work.
But I think the Republicans don't want to do anything about it. I think the Democrats don't want to do anything about it, because I think the Republicans want it as a continual election issue that they could keep running on. And I think Democrats don't want to do anything about it because they're afraid of, alienating some supporters.
And let me ask you this question, okay? Based on what you just said, isn't that fucked up?
There's a lot of fucked up things
Okay,
in this country. The
okay.
government's corrupt.
Oh, there's no question
On both
about
sides,
that.
by the way.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly, and I would tend to agree with you on both sides. So you can point a finger all you want at Donald Trump, okay? You could say, oh, he said this, or he said that, or he's trying to declassify, he didn't declassify something that he said he was supposed to declassify. I could say this, there is such an underlying current going on in this country right now that is so corrupt and so immoral that it makes me sick to my stomach, and I hate to see this. I hate to
Well,
see
you're
this.
obviously very patriotic. You
Okay.
care.
I care, desperately I care, because I have a grandchild, okay, that I want to see.
Let me ask you one more thing. So, forgetting Trump for a second, by what you're saying, because those other folks were not prosecuted, Hillary Clinton, I think you mentioned Hillary Clinton, Hunter Biden, this and that you're saying any Republican that might commit a crime at this point, you don't think it's fair to go after them if they commit crimes now or in the future, unless those previous people, Hillary Clinton, Hunter Biden, are prosecuted.
I remember when James Comey stood in front of the press and said, any prosecutor in his right mind, after he enumerated all of her crimes, basically he laid out the fact that she was guilty of sin. but any prosecutor that would go after her would be out of his mind. So now we have a Jack Smith. We have a Jack Smith who is an avowed anti-Trumper. Okay? Is he out of his mind?
What makes you say he's an avowed anti-Trumper?
Because look at his history. Come on.
What
look at his history. Look at his wife. She's a huge Biden supporter.
He tried to prosecute. He tried to prosecute New Jersey Democratic Senator Bob Menendez.
Okay, but he also tried to prosecute
John Edwards, a Democrat.
Okay, but he also tried to prosecute, and it escapes my mind right now, but it was.
He's gone after 2 high-profile Democrats.
All right, but he's also gone after his share of Republicans too. So don't.
Maybe that just means he goes after whoever, both sides.
Well, yeah.
Last thing I'll say, Trump, when he ran against Hillary in 2016, he said her emailing classified documents, the private server, disqualified her from the presidency.
And it should have, shouldn't it?
I agree. I think she should. I would have been indicted if I did that. You would have been indicted.
And let me tell
but you don't think, by his own words, what he did, because if you want to say they were declassified, fine. According to the indictment, they were all classified documents. You don't think by that standards
Look at this.
He's disqualified by the president to be president?
I don't know what he's doing, okay? I don't know what he has up his sleeve, okay? But I do know this. I believe in him, okay? So shoot me.
I don't want to shoot
okay,
you.
Shoot me.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Okay.
On the economy, let me ask
Shoot
you.
Me.
Last thing. On the economy, real quick. Obviously, under him, I mean, I don't think the economy was roses. I saw a lot of misery. But that's the country. We have a tale of 2 cities for 40 years. But obviously, it's gotten worse. We got inflation that's still kind of stubborn. Obviously, we have homelessness is out of control. Homelessness is out of control. If Trump gets back in, what do you think he's going to do economically to get us out of the sewer?
Well, I can tell you this. I can tell you this. What was the first thing that Joe Biden did when he sat his ass in the Oval Office? What was the first thing he did?
Take a nap? I don't know.
Pardon me?
Take a nap? I don't know.
Probably, could be, yeah. Take a vitamin pill. No, what he did was he shut down the pipeline. We were energy independent.
No, we weren't.
Yes, we were. Oh, come on.
All those pipelines are being exported to other countries.
Stop. We were. You know we were.
I've covered the pipelines there. They're mostly
Send me your articles. Please,
they're on YouTube. It's called Standing Rock.
They're
being exported to foreign terminals.
I spend my life on YouTube.
Status Coup. Spread the word.
I will be another one of your.
Okay, so you want more drilling? What else? I mean, he said that it's as bad as when the Nazis were in charge. The economy right now in the country.
No. When I heard him saying that, he was going off on a tangent.
But what do you think economically? Because as far as I remember, Trump did a big tax package. Frankly, it mostly helped the wealthy. He did a lot of deregulation.
Yeah, a tremendous amount of deregulation.
So what is Trump getting back in there going to do?
Put your thing in here. Wait a minute.
Sure. We've also, by the way, been covering what's going on in East Palestine a lot. The train explosion.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Which is a disaster.
Right, I know. And it's still going on.
Absolutely. I just subscribed for you.
Good, perfect. Thank you very much.
Last question. If he's indicted in other cases, Georgia, possibly,
they're coming.
If he's indicted over January 6th, that would be 4 indictments.
I'm sorry about that.
You're still with him, 4 indictments all the way.
Because let me tell you something about January 6th.
He was there, so.
You were?
Yeah, he got historic footage for Status Coup. I don't know if you saw that officer's head rammed into the door in the corridor.
Screaming for help.
That was it.
They were doing heave, ho, heave.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
It was all over. I'm just wondering how many indictments is too much where people might say, we love Trump, but we don't think he could win.
No, you're never going to turn these people away from him.
Okay.
Okay? As a matter of fact, the more indictments that come, okay? Let me also say this. What was the premise of January 6th? Was it a coup? Was it to overthrow the government? Was it to overthrow an election? No. The premise of January 6th was to simply ask Congress to take a step back, okay, and analyze the questions that 100 congressmen brought up, okay, about the 2020 election. That's what was asked of Congress. It was not asked anything else. Nothing else was asked.
Well, the way you're describing is they asked them for tea to calmly talk. They stormed the Capitol while the certification was going on. So
Let me ask you something.
How could you say it wasn't to stop
Let me
stop
ask
the
you
certification.
Who were the people that stormed the Capitol?
Mostly Trump supporters. There was militiamen in there. There was actually people in police in different parts of the country came in. Not everybody was violent, of course. Not everybody was violent.
No.
Right.
I would say probably 98% of the people were not violent. Okay? And they were there to ask that one question.
But they weren't there to ask questions. They were there to stop the certification of Biden.
They were there to ask a step back, to analyze. That's what they were there for.
You were
Okay,
there.
I'm done.
You were there. Were they asking questions or no?
I was there too.
Yeah.
I was there too.
I was on the front though.
I was there too. I was not in the front. I did not go into the Capitol, but I was there.
I didn't see many
I was
asking
there.
questions.
I
saw
was there.
hang Mike Pence.
I was there, and no. And let me ask you something.
Sure.
So what are you going to do with this footage?
I'm airing
Cut
it in full. No editing.
Bullshit.
I'm a man of my word.
Bullshit.
I'm giving you my card. If you don't see it
give
in
me-
full, you can come for me. Hopefully not violently.
Do you even have my? No, I'm not a violent woman. Okay, I'm way past.
Yeah, my email's right on there.
Okay. Do you even know who I am?
What's your name? Well, you're going to be on the internet, so
Okay.
you don't have to give your last name if you don't want.
No, that's all right.
First name?
No, that's fine.
Well, you strongly believe. Why wouldn't you put your name out there?
Because you know something? At this stage in my life, I know what I've done and I know what I haven't done. I'm a completely law-abiding, peaceful woman. Okay, I have very strong beliefs.
Yeah, you seem lovely.
But I am a
Yeah.
very, very peaceful, law-abiding woman. I don't want any bullshit.
Okay, that's
Okay?
fine.
So let's just leave it at that.
One more question, if you'll trouble me.
Sure.
Is there anything on God's green earth? I don't mean it in a funny way. I'm just curious. Is there anything that Donald Trump could do that would make you think twice about supporting him? Anything?
And let me tell you something. As an intelligent woman, I have questioned things that he's done.
Okay.
Okay? Don't think that I am blindly, giving my allegiance to him. I have questioned what he's done, and I've questioned his motivations, but I've also, in my heart of hearts, my gut feeling is that he's a true and honest man. Okay? In my 70 years, I've gone by my gut. Okay? And my gut has never, ever steered me wrong.
Okay.
When my gut has told me something was not right, I listened to it, and it was always right.
Okay.
So
I appreciate
and
you
I have
taking the
questioned,
time.
and I have questioned him.
Okay.
I've tried to analyze. Okay. And when I say that I'm on YouTube all the time, I stopped watching the news November 3rd, 2020.
Really?
I stopped watching the news, and I was an avid Fox News watcher. Okay.
Because they called the election
When
for
they
Biden?
called that election, I knew.
So, do you think that hundreds of thousands of votes were switched from Biden to Trump? Because obviously Trump stands by that. That's what you believe?
I think that there were many factors in play,
Okay.
including the hiding of the Hunter Biden laptop by the FBI and the DOJ. Okay?
Okay.
That if American citizens would have known that that was out there and what was in it, yeah.
Do you think enough people would care about
Absolutely.
Hunter Biden's laptop?
They do now.
Okay.
They do now.
That's fair. You sure?
Okay, and what's that
one-
Proud Boy doing here? Do you see him?
I do. One last chance. One more
Look at
try.
this.
Oh, look at the puppies. One more
Yeah,
try.
right.
Can I get the first initial of your name? Maybe a nickname?
No.
I don't want to put up no name Trump supporter.
Put it up.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.